Hello again, viewers. Just thought I'd share a little bit of a topic that came up this week about when we onboard sensors. Well, what do we do with sensors that are stagnant or values aren't changing as expected or controllers are offline and the like? So I thought I'd just cover off sensors that are giving us readings that are probably not expected. So they might be zeros, that might be set points that are like outside of some expected damper positions and so on. So this is a customer where we've got I've just got 10 sites. We've got 35,000 points coming in. All data's normalized with brick classes associated with them, standardized naming convention across these 10 sites. So from an equipment standpoint, there's I think 22 pieces of equipment across these buildings. There you go, 22 pieces of equipment across all of those different sites. The client also has access to like 500,000, I think over 500,000 points are already like brought in, but just not trending data. As the program rolls out, we'll bring in more points, but there's 563,000 points that are accessible, and they'll just, when the times comes, then we'll, obviously bring them in and name them and trend. What we do have is we have our alert, not alerts, I shouldn't say alerts, sorry, our Switch IQ library. That library is a global library that you can deploy to all sites, and as you can see here, as I was unchecking different boxes, you can see where this is like our data commissioning, what we call data commissioning rules here at Switch, where we can see whether we do or don't have the points across sites. So this is a portfolio tool to be able to deploy these modules at scale across, many sites that you have. So we can see here across the site, we've got green all around, and that's great because we know that we can deploy this and we'll start to see results. But as an example here on this enthalpy one, we don't have an enthalpy point for all of these sites and the pieces of equipment that we would expect an enthalpy point to be part of. So either way, it doesn't stop you installing them. So you can see the ones that are installed. So at scale, once the points are imported, you can then check the boxes and deploy as many of these modules as you need to. So very powerful way of actually deploying that across a portfolio of buildings once the data is connected. And then how do we manage this? Well, here's one where I've just chosen a couple of examples here, like this air handler unit where we've got a chilled water valve that's out of range. So I'll choose, I had deselected it. Chilled water valve is reading a negative value, and we can also, if you're interested in other points, you can absolutely see what was going on with other points here. But I mean, overall it looks like this unit is probably potentially offline. But either way, what triggered the alert was the chilled water valve position, and you're able to, from here, all of these are all going, frequency, chilled water entering temperature. So let's have a look at this chiller here, chiller L6, and have a look at what was going on. And this is also a month worth of data, so any of the operators or vendors can come in and have a look at this, because I've done the whole month of August, just so everyone knows. So we're not sort of picking out things. Some of these happen sporadically. As you can see here, this happens on these days and then not on some of these other days. But you can actually see that the point here for the temperature value is, what's that? Yeah, 22,000 degrees Celsius. So that's obviously not right. If we chose another point, say active power, we might sort of choose another day. So the active power looks like it also was not changing, or slightly, half a kilowatt there. Also, just to note that you can broaden out your window if you want to have a look at a few more days in succession as well. So that's just some examples of items that might draw your attention to this. But if I just focus in on a single one for now, what we can do now is create an event. That event then will go into a list, so it's like a miniature work order, I guess, where we've created a snapshot. The snapshot's being generated now, and what that's done is gives me a snapshot that you can share with the team, so you can preview the snapshot. You can obviously see that it's a flat line. It's a flat line sensor point. But the nice thing about it is that it's also captured all the integration information. So not only do we have the site, we have the module that triggered the alert, the piece of equipment that is affected with this alert. The tasks now also pulls out the controller name, the BACnet device number, and the BACnet object address as well. So it ensures that the people responsible to fix this are able to act on it and not have to go back through drawings or anything. They can actually just immediately go to wherever that controller is within the building and complete their work. So I'm going to cancel that. I don't need to create a new task for the team here in this video. But yeah, hopefully there was something learnt along there, and we'll catch you on the next one.